Today I am so excited. We are going to talk all about the 2024 and 2025 Princess Cruise Line itineraries for the Caribbean and for Australia and New Zealand. This includes the long-awaited itineraries for the brand new Sun Princess for the Caribbean. We know what her inaugural season looks like over in the Mediterranean. We've got a transatlantic coming to the United States, and so this is going to pick up once she arrives back here in the United States, and as well, like lots and lots of fun cruises to go on with Princess. So let's go ahead and get started. Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today is Tuesday, it's April 11th of 2023, and we are going to talk all about Princess cruises today and the really amazing itineraries that they are releasing. Along with that, I wanted to tell you we have so much to talk about this week. I have a pile on my desk that you would not believe of really important things that we're going to be talking about. So if you have not subscribed yet, please do subscribe. We'd love to have you with us. And I think you are going to find it very beneficial to be with us here as well. A quick invitation also, if you haven't joined our Facebook group yet and you do Facebook, our Facebook group is just called Let's Go Travel Tips, and we would love to have you there with us. So come and join the fun there as well. So first of all, when you think about Princess cruises, there are a lot of places that Princess goes all over the world, and they kind of roll out their itineraries for the future as time goes by. So I am always really excited when they release their new itineraries. And so let's start off, like I said, the really big deal with the Caribbean itineraries this next year is the Sun Princess. I am so excited to get to see the Sun Princess, to sail on the Sun Princess. And so here is your chance to go ahead and book a cabin if you don't want to go to Europe to get on those inaugural sailings. I do have a group on the February 8th of 2024 inaugural sailing of the Sun Princess. That is her very first cruise. There are 3 cruises that they are calling her inaugural cruises. But that one on February 8th, the first time she sails, is from Barcelona to Rome. That is the very first time. And I know some people say, oh, we want to wait to get on a ship to let them work out all their glitches. But there's also something magical about sailing on that very first sailing. This is the very first time that I'm going to be on the very first sailing of a ship. Gordon and I got to be on the Celebrity Beyond last November. And that was as she came to the United States, and it was really special because it was her naming ceremony when they actually named the ship, and the special inaugural sailing that went with that. But when she first started sailing over the Mediterranean, we weren't able to be there. So I am really excited. Along with that, I should tell you all, every once in a while I get emails asking me if I pay for our cruises. We pay for all our cruises? Yes. So nobody is giving me that inaugural cruise. We are paying an arm and a leg to be there, but we are really excited to be there, and the same with our other cruises. So I want to start off and let you know, first of all, like I said, that Sun Princess is the really big deal. And if you are new to Princess, so Princess sails in the Eastern Caribbean, the Western Caribbean, and the Southern Caribbean. She's generally got the Eastern Caribbean and Western Caribbean itineraries going, and often they alternate so that you can easily book a 14-day cruise and not have to hit all the same ports again. So that's kind of lovely. And then they will do they will go to the Southern Caribbean as well, which usually will pick up a couple of ports along the way. But let me tell you really quick. So in the Western Caribbean, generally the ports that are considered Western are Cozumel, Grand Cayman, Costa Maya, Belize, Roatan, Honduras there, Montego Bay, Falmouth, and Ocho Rios in Jamaica. Did I say the Cayman Islands? That as well. As far as the Eastern Caribbean goes, that is generally Nassau, Princess Key, Grand Turk, Amber Cove, San Juan, Puerto Rico, St. Thomas, St. Martin, St. Bart's, St. Croix, St. Kitts and Nevis, and Antigua. That's generally your Eastern Caribbean. And then finally, the Southern Caribbean is often Dominica, Martinique, St. Lucia, St. Vincent, the Grenadines, Barbados, Grenada, Tobago, and Trinidad. Bonaire, well, the ABC Islands, I should say them in order. You got Aruba, Curacao, and Bonaire. So those are the places for the most part that Princess goes. So, and that's true across a lot of cruise lines. Those are the places that they generally go. And I just wanted to tell you that because sometimes I get a list of ports that people want to go to, and they don't quite know why that doesn't work in a 7-day cruise. And it's because they generally do the Eastern and the Western, and then they'll pick up those other ones in the Southern. So first of all, when you think of going to the Caribbean, and then I'll get to some of the itineraries for you, you get to see those beautiful beaches, you get to have that yummy food, you get to see, like, you know, the stingrays and the sharks and the dolphins, all this kind of thing. And especially in the Western Caribbean, there is so much, like with the Mayan culture, to see the ruins of their, like the Mayan temples. It is so interesting. We have thoroughly enjoyed the cruises. We've done 2 cruises so far to the Western Caribbean and thoroughly enjoyed that. Now, I wanted to also let you know that when you are looking at the Caribbean, that they offer some things like, I didn't know this, you can take steel drum lessons when you are on a Princess cruise. I did not know that. When I was on a call, a thing that travel agents were on, I was listening and I was like, oh my goodness, maybe I would like to take steel drum band lessons, drum lessons. And how many people you think would enjoy that? Probably quite a few. I don't play the drums. I play the piano and the organ, but anyway, just wanted to let you know there are lots of fun things if you're thinking of taking your children or your grandchildren on a Princess cruise. I know a lot of times people just think of like Royal Caribbean or Norwegian Carnival with their big water slides and all the cool things that they have, and that is, like, a lot of children enjoy that, and I get that. But also, if you don't really want to do that yourself and you want to make sure that your the children in your life are going to enjoy it, I think that Princess really offers a lot that they are going to enjoy. So anyway, just thought you would like to know that. And they also have this fun thing called Parrots in the Piazza. To me, it's kind of like puppies in the piazza when you go to Alaska. You know, a lot of times on those Alaskan itineraries, they will bring the little sled dog puppies into the piazza while you're in a port. They bring parrots in so that you can get to see those, which is kind of fun. So wanted to let you know about that. So when you think of Princess and going on, and you know what, I don't work for Princess. I probably sound like I'm trying to talk you into it. I am just really excited. I think that one of the reasons I'm so excited is the Caribbean is so accessible, right? Here in the United States, it's one of the easier places to go. It does not involve a long plane trip abroad or anything like that, and it's warm there in the wintertime, so I think that that's an extra special draw. And then finally, the other thing I want you to remember is that there are 2 ports still for the time being. Galveston and Fort Lauderdale are the 2 ports that Princess is going to be sailing to the Caribbean out of. So for 2024 into 2025, it's going to be the Regal Princess that's sailing out of Galveston, and then in Fort Lauderdale, and like Princess is doing year-round departures now for the Caribbean, it's going to be the Enchanted Princess, the Sky Princess, the Majestic Princess, the Island Princess, and the Sun Princess. So they're going to have 5 ships out of Fort Lauderdale and 1 out of Galveston. So that is 6 ships in the Caribbean. So and these are for predominantly itineraries that go starting October of 2024 through March of 2025. Okay, and so let's see, I had written it down. The Sun Princess starts sailing in out of the Caribbean on October 16th. It's either the 16th or 19th. I think it's October 16th. And then in December, the Sky Princess comes and joins her. And they're going to be doing these 7-day Eastern Caribbean cruises. And they're going to have, they've got 3 different Eastern Caribbean cruises, itineraries. They're going to do one with St. Thomas, and that one goes round trip out of Fort Lauderdale. And all of their 7-day Eastern Caribbean cruises are calling in Princess Key, which I think is awesome. But they're going to be going to Princess Key, San Juan, Puerto Rico, and St. Thomas. And then they also have one that is a 7-day Eastern with Puerto Rico, they call it. But that one goes clearly round trip Fort Lauderdale to Princess Key, Grand Turks, San Juan, and Puerto Rico in Amber Cove in the Dominican Republic. Let me tell you about Amber Cove. So this is personal experience. So Amber Cove is clearly a cruise port. It was built as a cruise port, right? But let me tell you, I was not prepared for how beautiful it is there. It is absolutely stunning. The way the ocean is, the way the waves come up, just the way the land is against the ocean. Why is that word escaping me? But it is absolutely beautiful. What a beautiful place to visit. And the people there are second to none. They are the nicest people. When we went there most recently, they run a little service where there are gentlemen riding their bikes that will ride you, take you from like the ship clear up to the like entrance right to the port area there where the shops are, and then there's a water park and everything. So really it has everything for anybody in your family. You can go shopping, you can sit there, there's lots of benches, you can sit and enjoy the world, watching the world go by, or you've got the really cool water park there. But and then there's excursions also, but that's just what's in the port. But and they work just for tips, and so tip generously and always, help people that live in these places. But anyway, it is a beautiful place. And like I said, the people there are just the nicest people. We also bought some chocolate there that was very good. So they've got a chocolate shop there. They've got clothing shops. They've got souvenir shops, jewelry shops, just lots of things to see, as well as, like I said, the water park. So you got all that just from that itinerary. So that is the one with Puerto Rico. And then they're also running one that has the Bahamas. So pretty much anything you want in the Eastern Caribbean there, they've got. And when I was thinking about this and I was looking at Princess Key, we have not been to Princess Key yet. It was taken off. We've had 2 itineraries. It was, one itinerary. One itinerary that was supposed to be on the other one I was thinking we missed was one of Norwegian has 2. Private islands. We've been to Great Stirrup Key, but we haven't been, so Harvest is the one that we missed. But Princess Key, it was on our itinerary last January of 2022, and then it was taken off for whatever reason before we even set sail. So I need to get there. But everything that I have seen about Princess Key is awesome, and one of the things that I like so much is the medallion works on the island. Like, how handy dandy is that? So you don't have to like have a room key to take on, they don't do that. They don't pass those out to take on. You don't have to take your wallet. You just get to go ashore there and enjoy. And I think it's really nice too, because like when you want to buy souvenirs there, you don't even have to have your wallet for that. You can use your medallion and it'll just go to your room charges, just like the other was. So, and I do like that. So when we were on, it must have been on Royal Caribbean's private island, at Coco Cay, I bought something, and so you had to have your wallet with you in order to do that. Alrighty, now let me tell you really quick, their 10-day, they've got a 10-day Eastern Caribbean with Tortola, so that one goes to the Princess Key, Tortola, St. Martin, Antigua, St. Kitts, and St. Thomas. And that's going to be on the Enchanted Princess. I should have told you, those Eastern Caribbean ones are going to be on the Sun Princess and the Enchanted Princess. Okay, they're just going to alternate on those. And then so that 10-day Eastern, they are going to have a 10-day Eastern with Martinique. So that one goes from Fort Lauderdale. It goes to Princess Key, St. Thomas, Antigua, Dominica, Martinique, and St. Lucia. I love that itinerary. That's going to be on the Enchanted Princess and also available on the Emerald Princess. And that's April 2024 through April to 2025. So that's a really big window. And then let me tell you the window on the other ones. So that 10-day Eastern Caribbean with Tortola, that's from November 2024 through March of 2025. And then those 7-day Eastern Caribbeans kind of have different ranges depending on the ship. But pretty much, like the Sun Princess will do it from January through March of 2025. For the Eastern Caribbean with Puerto Rico, the Enchanted Princess will do it from 2025 April through July. The 7-day Eastern with St. Thomas, those the Sky Princess and the Sun Princess will do from October of 2024 through February of 2025. So just to kind of think, I'm telling you all this so when you're thinking of your travel plans, you'll be ready. All right. Now, they've also got a 14-day Circle Caribbean that will go from December 2024 through February of 2025. It's a round trip out of Fort Lauderdale. 14 days, you guys, Circle Caribbean. So listen to this, and it doesn't just take you east and west. You leave from Fort Lauderdale, you go to St. Martin, St. Kitts, St. Lucia, Barbados, Trinidad, Grenada, Aruba, and Curacao. That I love that itinerary as well, and that's going to be on the Island, the Enchanted, or the Majestic Princess. I like how they point out that you can go to the UNESCO World Heritage Site like Curaçao's Willemstad and Brimstone Fortress National Park on St. Kitts. And then finally, out of for the Western Caribbean, I know so many Eastern Caribbean and then Southern Caribbean cruises. They do have a 7-day Western Caribbean with Mexico that's round trip out of Fort Lauderdale, and that will also be on the Enchanted and the Sun Princess, and that goes from October 2024 through August of 2025. So that's a really huge window there if you want to get on that Sun Princess. And then finally, I mentioned that Galveston is the other port. They're going to be running those 7-day Western Caribbean cruises because it's really so handy to it there. And they were saying that with that, you usually are going to get an extra port, which will be Costa Maya. And so this will be on the Regal Princess. So when you're round trip out of Galveston, you're going to be hitting Cozumel, Costa Maya, Belize, and Roatan. Alrighty. So yeah, so many options there in the Caribbean. Now those Caribbean cruises for 2024 or 2025, those are going to go on sale next week, so be ready. On Tuesday, April 18th, they're going to go on sale to the elite passengers. For everyone else, it's Wednesday, April 19th. All right, so I am so excited. And if you need help with that, you are willing to, very welcome to ask me. I would love to help you with that. Just send me an email, and I'll be, we'll be right on top of it to get you the cabin you want. Now, we've got Australia, New Zealand, and the South Pacific for 2024, 2025, and guess what? Those are on sale right now. So if you hear of an itinerary that you're interested in, if you've got a travel agent that you love, call your travel agent. If you don't and you would like help with it, I would be delighted. So send me an email. So first of all, I was thinking about this and I thought really how cool it is to go. It is on our bucket list to get to go to Australia and New Zealand. They have like so much wildlife there, so many beautiful things to see, beautiful cities like I think of Auckland. I've looked at a lot of pictures of that, Sydney, places like that, and just all of these really cool places that you've read about forever to visit. Then I also learned that they have this saying called across the ditch, and it is what they refer to there, the distance between Australia to New Zealand. So on Princess Cruises, if you go, you are going to get to join in some of the festivals that they have. You'll get to see Maori dancers, and they have a thing called the Matariki, if I'm saying that right, festival. They celebrate that on board as well. So let me tell you about some of the fun itineraries. So first of all, I really like this one. So if you are going to Australia, and especially if you're a scuba diver, you're going to want to see the Great Barrier Reef. So if you need to know what the key is to knowing if your itinerary is going to go there, it's Port Douglas, okay? If your ship's going to Port Douglas, it's going to go to the Great Barrier Reef. And then you can also check and like see which itineraries will have the exact excursions that you're going to want, but Port Douglas is how you get there. And you know what, also truly there's a big range in different cruise ships that you can take, different expedition ships. You're going to get a different experience. But as far as the Princess experience, I think this is a very nice itinerary. They're running these 10 and 11 day Queensland cruises that are round trip out of Sydney. They're going to run them from November of 2024 through April of 2025 on the Crown and the Royal Princess. And like I said, they're going to stop in Port Douglas. They're going to also go to Moreton Island, Airlie Beach, and I apologize if I'm saying these incorrectly, Willis Island and Cairns, along with Port Douglas. They've got a 13-day Australia and New Zealand, and it goes from Sydney to Auckland, and that is just going to sail one time. So if you want to go from Sydney to Auckland on a 13-day Australia New Zealand cruise, she is going to sail on February 15th of 2025 on the Royal Princess. So you're going to leave Sydney, stop in Melbourne, Hobart. You get to go to Fjordland if you are looking for a cruise that has Fjordland. I've watched lots of videos about Fjordland. It looks like just absolutely spectacular scenery, so it goes there. And then Dunedin, Christchurch, Tauranga, if I'm saying that right, Bay of Islands, and then down to Auckland. So that's a really great option. They've also got a 14-day New Zealand, just New Zealand, you guys. So really you could, well, you could work on making them work as back-to-backs. I need to figure that out a little bit better, because the 14-day New Zealand one, that one is round trip from Sydney, and it's going to go November 24th through February of 2025, so you would have to work it. So if you want to pick up this other one, but anyway, so that one's leaving Sydney, go to Fiordland, Dunedin, Christchurch, Wellington, Napier, Tauranga, I'm probably killing these, sorry, Auckland and the Bay of Islands, and then back on up to Sydney. So that's wonderful. Did I tell you that's on the Royal Princess and the Crown Princess? And then here is the to me, it's like a dream cruise. This is going to go not round trip, but it's going from Los Angeles to Sydney. So if you are looking for a cruise that will take you just the most lovely, luxurious way to get from Los Angeles down to Sydney, here it is. It's going to sail on September 28th of 2024. And this is a lovely way to get to Sydney. Then you could do more cruises there. You know, so many options. You can even do different cruise lines to pick up different ports. Like I look at Celebrity Cruises. Oh my goodness, they have some amazing itineraries. It's just as wonderful as these. So you could like mix and match and go to all these places, just whatever you'd like to do. But like I said, it's from Los Angeles to Sydney, September 29th of 2024 on the Royal Princess. And they are going to include late night calls in Los Angeles, so you won't be leaving till late, Tahiti and Honolulu. So you leave Los Angeles, you go to Honolulu, to Maui, and then to Tahiti, Pago Pago, Moorea there, Auckland, Tauranga, Picton, and then on to Sydney. So I think that's just fantastic. So I just wanted to let me know if you guys are as excited about these as I am. Let me know if you're thinking of booking any of these cruises, what you're interested in, what you think sounds like a lot of fun, maybe where you haven't been before and you're thinking of going. I'm going to talk to you some more about that. You know, I just worry about everything. If you are new around here, you maybe don't know that. And if you are new around here, welcome. Welcome. We are delighted to have you with us. And so, but I just worry about everything going on in the world and how much longer are we going to be able to travel to a lot of these faraway places. And so let me know what you all are thinking about doing, what your upcoming plans are. I love it when you put in the comments what cruises you've got booked, where you're going, what you're looking forward to. So let me know. And I've got lots more to talk to you about this week. So meet me here again tomorrow. And if you appreciate these updates, would you please give this video a thumbs up? Like I asked earlier, please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.